Hi everybody, my name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. So today I want to talk about reprogramming the subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind takes up 95% of our existence, really, of what we do. And our conscious mind only actually takes up 5%. So our own mind actually, there's a vast majority of it that is hidden from us. But it dictates our daily behaviours or our decisions in life. We have inherited so many beliefs, traits, even toxic behaviours from our ancestors and from generations before us. And this is going on a very, very long time. You know, we reincarnate over and over again, in my belief anyway. I know I've been on this planet before. But, you know, the beauty of evolution, even with animals, you know, even when we're born, we remember parts of our ancestry. We remember parts of how our ancestors worked or how they lived their lives. But a lot of it is it's ingrained within us. It's brainwashed within us. It's as I said, it's inherited belief systems. So we tend to rule our lives based on these systems. And a lot of these systems, especially with the old way, the 3D way, are based on fear, lack, greed, and self-limiting. They're self-limiting beliefs. Because for generations, I suppose, they lived differently. Times were different. They lived a lot of in survival mode. Whereas things have changed now and we're not in that survival mode. Like, we still even have inherited traits from back in the Stone Age. You know, when it was just we were living for survival. We couldn't go outside the cave for fear of being killed by a saber-toothed tiger or something like that. You know, you get me? So there was always that fear, that fight or flight. There was always that the survival mechanism. Do you know, we fought for food, or we hunted for food, stuff like that, and we had to be very cautious of everything around us. But things have changed. Like, we're not in that same kind of system anymore. We live in life is a lot safer, but we still have those traits. So anytime we try something new, that fight or flight comes back in, and like that subconscious mind, it tries to protect us, but in actual fact, it actually prevents us from doing certain things. And it prevents us from opening up to the new world rather than staying in that stuck mentality. And that's what it is. And I find that myself, when I've started to live for my soul, the ego mind will come in, the subconscious mind will come in and be like, no, you don't want to do that. No, you don't want to do that. It's easy over here. Let's stay here. Stay in your comfort zone. And it's just like, the comfort zone's not that comfortable. It's really fucking not. Like, it's just, Jesus, it's not that comfortable. And, you know, we get so stuck in our comfort zone, even like if we want to try something new and our ego mind keeps us back, there will be something, if this new adventure is for us, the universe will guide us to that no matter what. So it will make our comfort zone very uncomfortable, so we'll have to actually be forced out of it. So this is where we, like, you know, reprogramming your unconscious mind is so beneficial for changing your belief system, but changing your life and changing who you are at your core. And that's the beauty of it. Like, before I started meditation, I could not quiet my mind. My mind was going a mile a minute and it was constantly going. And like, I used to distract myself an awful lot. I used to drink alcohol, I used to take drugs, but I used to also just have noise all the time. I would need to have noise. The minute I'd wake up, I would have to put on a radio. The minute I come in from work, I'd have to put on that radio. I could not be in silence. I did not want to listen to my thoughts. And a lot of these thoughts obviously are from my childhood or my past, but some of it could be past karma as well. But that's the beauty of the reprogramming. Because I couldn't sit still for meditation, I discovered sleep meditation, which actually reprograms your unconscious mind. And that's one of the benefits of changing your belief system, or one of the ways in changing your belief system. And like, for me, I'll describe how beneficial it was for me, and then I will describe other ways that you can change your habits, change your thoughts, change your belief system, and change your reality. So with the reprogramming meditations, because I couldn't quieten the mind, I've discovered these, and you play them as you sleep. And these are subliminals. Subliminals work on your unconscious mind as you sleep, and it's this stuff is magic. I'm telling you, it's magic. I went from this stuff helped me to heal core wounds that prevented me from wanting to do certain things. So, like, you know, I drank an awful lot. I drank every day. I was with an ex-narcissist. He was an alcoholic as well, and I joined him. I drank way too much in my 20s. And, you know, I never, ever thought I would ever give up alcohol. And, like, I never, like, you know, I grew up in Ireland, and, like, we have a reputation for being drinkers. And, like, you know, I was proud of that reputation. You know what I mean? I loved drinking, and, you know, I still love partying, but that's the secret of it. We don't need to drink. We don't need to take drugs. We don't need anything to party except a bit of music and good company. That's all we need. Like, I'm still the life of the party. I just don't need substances to make me happy anymore. And that was the thing, right? Like, I'll describe what this meditation did for me, right? Within 1 month, I was going to a party 1 month, which is my friend's house. I was buying alcohol. And I looked across and I see a non-alcoholic beer, and I was like, what is the fucking point of non-alcoholic beer? Why would you bother? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, no one drinks for the taste of alcohol. Do you know, you only drink for the buzz. So off I went to the party anyway. And 1 month later, after doing a lot of meditation, of these reprogramming meditations, 1 month later, I was going to the same house for a similar party, and I was buying non-alcoholic beer because I wanted to taste the beer, but I didn't want the buzz. That is the power of reprogramming the unconscious mind, because it was like, because of the reprogramming meditation I'd used, I was given up. It was like alcohol was given up for me. It was weird. Like, it was like the person I was the first month and the person I was a month later were two different people. And the new version didn't like the old version, and the old version did not like the new version. But I love the new version, so therefore I stuck with that. But another one, which I found so powerful, was around having children. I grew up, obviously, my mother left when I was very young, and I swore I'd never have kids. Now, obviously, unconsciously, this was because I didn't want to repeat the same patterns of my parents. But also, I remember saying to people, I don't want to bring somebody into this world because I suffer from anxiety and depression. And at the time, I did suffer from anxiety and depression. And I didn't want to bring somebody else into this world to suffer like I did. That was my intention. And besides, I didn't have this maternal instinct. I just wasn't in me. So from these reprogramming meditations to heal my childhood trauma, I went literally overnight from never wanting children to going, oh shit, I'm going to have kids. You know, and it was for me again. It was like, I had been questioning it in my mind, and I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that now. I don't want to listen to that because I don't think I ever want children. And then all of a sudden, one day I saw a little child on the television, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm going to have kids. I mean, that's the thing with reprogramming your thoughts, reprogramming your old belief system. And that was it. Like, I had to unlearn, say, what I believed I was. And that was the thing. We believe we are our parents. We believe that we are going to repeat their mistakes or repeat their behaviors or repeat their lives. Because that's what we've been led to believe, that we are where we come from. We are this, we are that, we are the other. But we're not. We are what we choose to believe we are. We are who we choose to become. And that's the thing. Like, at the start of my life, say, I didn't go to college because there's no money for that. You know, certain things. So I started working early. I believed life was a struggle. I believed this was the only way to go. I believed there was no point in having dreams because they weren't reachable. I didn't think I was good enough for these kind of things. And I believed that I would be the same as my surroundings or my family or my upbringing or all of it. This was the belief system I had. It was based on fear. It was based on lack. It was based on self-limiting beliefs. It was based on unworthiness. And that's who I believed myself to be. And I didn't realize how we can actually change our belief system to change our reality. Because I used to be a drinker. I used to be a smoker. I used to take drugs. And I used to always kind of identify as that and always believe that was who I was or who I was ever going to be. And that wouldn't change. But you can change by simply willing that, by intending it, intending something different for yourself, intending that change. Like, I don't want, like, I'm no longer a drinker. I'm no longer a drug taker and I do not smoke tobacco anymore. And that is who I am now. I am a vegan. I am a healthy eater. But like my old version, who still ate meat, who still ate unhealthily, she believed that's who she was. And like that was the thing. Like I had this system in my mind where Monday to Friday I'm going to eat healthy. Friday night to Sunday night I'm going to eat sweets and I'm going to eat shit and I'm going to overindulge and I'm going to feel like, you know, this is the way I was. And then I feel like shit for all day Sunday and Monday. And then I go back to eating healthy. And any weight I would have put on at the weekend, I just lose it during the week. That's not healthy. But I believed that was okay. And like, you know, I believed certain things, like I had to eat this way, or I had to eat this thing, or this is what I did. Because I like in the winter, I couldn't eat, I told myself I couldn't eat fruit because it was too cold. And I start, like, you know, when I was like, that's a silly belief. And it really is. And like, I know we eat warmer for sustenance in the winter. But to tell myself that I couldn't eat fruit in the winter, it was silly, like. So I just changed all these systems around my eating habits, about my belief system around food, because I had an unhealthy attachment to food as well. You know, so I reprogrammed a new belief system into my mind. And I, like, you know, this is where, like, we tend to be lazy, as well as not fearful of trying new things. So we kind of stick to our old identity. We stick to that identity for easement, but also because we fear anything new. Our ego mind makes us afraid to try anything new. But we are stuck in that belief system, and we believe we can't change. We believe we can't do meditation. We believe that we don't have it in us to do this. We believe that we're going to stay in that same mentality forever because we choose to believe that. And we can choose to believe something different. We can choose to create a different reality. We can choose to create a different belief system. We can choose to create a different version of ourselves by reprogramming our unconscious mind, by reprogramming and unlearning those toxic traits, those toxic belief systems, those self-limiting belief systems. We have the power within us to do that. And that's the beauty of the human mind. We're so powerful. We can do anything we want with our minds. We can create any kind of reality we want with the power of our minds. We can heal ourselves, our minds, our bodies, and our souls with the power of our mind. We just need that push. We need to push ourselves to do that. So there are so many ways to retrain your brain. And that's what it is. It's retraining. It's unlearning old belief systems and creating new ones. It's breaking those old habits and creating new ones. Like, for example, when I gave up cigarettes, I did smoke for stress. I smoked a lot of it was for stress. But when I gave up the cigarettes, it wasn't the tobacco that I needed. It was the habit. It was the habit that I needed to break. After dinner, I needed a fag. After get into the car, smoke a fag. Get out of the car, smoke a fag. You're on a bus, get off the bus, smoke a fag. This was what I believed. This is who I was. This is what I did. You know, there was certain times of the day you'd have a cigarette. Wake up in the morning, you have your coffee, you have your cigarette. This was this habit that I formed for myself. And these were the habits I needed to break. And that's how we reprogram, is change those habits into different ones. Break those habits by creating new ones to replace them. And I remember when I did start transforming and I started to create new belief systems and create new reality for myself, I used to joke that there was an alien inhabiting my body because the new version of me was so different to who I embodied before. And old Angela would have literally gone, ew, like, what the fuck is this? And she would have literally scoffed and been disgusted by this new version of myself. But now I look back on my old version and I'm like, how the fuck did I ever live like that? Really, like, what? No. And I will never go back to that system. I'll never go back to that. And I'm still changing every day. Like, it's not like this happens overnight. I've actually transformed my belief system over the last couple of years. But I didn't know I was changing habits, but I knew I was reprogramming my unconscious mind. But I only found out in the last few months, how we actually can create a new reality for ourselves. We can create this new version. When we start to embody a new version of ourselves, that will manifest in quicker. So I'm going to give a few tips on how we can reprogram the unconscious mind and, and how beneficial it is. So meditation, number one, find a reprogramming the subconscious mind meditations on YouTube. I really highly recommend it. They have changed me so much. And any kind of subliminal meditations that are on YouTube that you can play on while you sleep, these are effortless. And that's the beauty of the sleep meditation. If you're not ready, or if you don't think you're ready for quietening the mind for meditation, you can use these sleep meditations. Press play when you go to sleep, listen to them as you sleep, and they're actually very helpful for easing you into sleep as well. But they will reprogram your mind for you to help you heal some traumas, so that you will eventually, that will make it easier for you to start, I suppose, mindful meditation, because your mind will be already after healing some certain things. So this is how you can actually heal past life traumas and reprogram your mind to unlearn self-limiting beliefs. But also it's really beneficial, I find, for anxiety and depression. I suffered from anxiety and depression for many years, many years. And I was on antidepressants, I went to counselling, I went to all CBT therapy, it was like group therapy and everything. I went to all kinds of things and nothing really worked, because obviously I was in a toxic environment and I was still drinking alcohol and all that kind of stuff. So at the time I was only fueling the fire of depression that I had, fueling the fire of anxiety that I already had. But when I discovered meditation and reprogramming my unconscious mind, I stopped taking any medication. I haven't taken any medication since 2017. That's 7 years I haven't needed to take any kind of antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication. Also, I haven't drank in the last few years either. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke or I don't drink I don't take drugs. All of that. I don't do any of that anymore, because of the power of reprogramming my unconscious mind and because of the power of meditation. And that's the beauty of it. It is society has led us away from meditation, away from spirituality, away from the truth within our souls. But meditation and our mind are the best medicine you will ever receive. And now I'm not a doctor, but I am speaking from my own personal experience. I'm healthier internally, externally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because of meditation. It has cured me, and I'm telling you, it cures you. Our mind can cure you. And I once again, I'm not a medical professional, but I suffered from so many mental health problems and anxieties, depressions, addictions. I don't have those problems anymore because I used my mind and my meditations for creating and reprogramming a new reality for myself. Visualization is amazing as well. Hypnosis is brilliant. I've done a lot of guided hypnosis on YouTube. I'm getting all of the stuff that I've done on YouTube. Now you can get a professional to help you with these things, which I recommend as well. But for myself personally, I have healed through my own growth and through the stuff that I found on YouTube. So grateful for all of that. But visualization is another one, and manifestation. So when we're reprogramming as well, I've said this before, but I used to be a pessimist. I used to be very, very negative. So negative. It was just, if it could go wrong, it will go wrong. I had such a bad mindset. So when I learned the law of attraction, I had to learn how to brainwash positivity into my mind, because I'd already been brainwashed to be so negative that I actually had to re-brainwash myself into positivity. And one really simple method for doing this is, anytime a negative thought comes into your head, dismiss it with 3 positive ones. 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that are good in your life. And do this every time you have a negative thought. Do it consistently for 30 days. And after that, your brain will be rewired. I went from being a really grumpy, angry morning person to being a happy-go-lucky, singing in the morning person, dancing in the morning person. Just because I changed my mindset and I changed that negative reality into a positive one. This is so beneficial for rewiring positive thoughts into your brain. Positive affirmations, really good one. What I used to do actually, or what I still do, is when I started my spiritual journey, started learning the law of attraction, whenever I'd read a really, really, really uplifting quote that really touched me, I'd write it down. I have about four notebooks now full of positive quotes and positive affirmations that I used to go back on anytime I'd feel a little bit negative. And, you know, on this journey of spirituality or growth, it is a spiral, it's a zigzag, it's up and down, it's all the way, oh, Jesus, there's no straight line here. You know, so there was times that I went backwards, and then I'd grab my book and I'd just read a few of those quotes over and over, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And that's it. You rewire that stuff into your brain. Read positive affirmations every single day. Really helps. Visualization is beautiful as well. So, you know, when I started the law of attraction, it was amazing. And you know, it was like anytime I wanted something before I started understanding this, it was like an alien concept. It was like, I can't do that. Oh, I wish this could happen, but it's not going to happen. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, all these kind of fucking negative languages. But when you're training your mind, you change the words. So instead of saying, I would love to do this, or I wish I could do that, say, I will do that. I aspire to this. I intend to do this. I will create. I can, I will. And all this stuff will actually bring it in faster. Like, this has changed my reality completely. You know, believing in yourself, knowing that you don't have to be your past, knowing that you don't have to repeat what your parents repeated or what your ancestors repeated. Knowing that you have the power within you to create a new reality for yourself by just changing that language you speak to yourself, saying to yourself, I will do this, I can do this. Believe you can. Create that new reality. Envision that new reality. Stop thinking of yourself as this person. That person doesn't have to exist. This person is a concept. This is a person that is conditioned to believe what has come before them. We're here to break those cycles. We're here to break that curse. We're here to create a new reality, not just for ourselves, but for future generations, for our children, for the children to come. This is what we're here for. It's our job to change this. And if we change it, we can show others that they can change their reality as well. So, you know, even though like our fight and flight comes in and we fear the unknown, we fear this new reality, how about creating it? You know, you keep saying to yourself maybe, oh, I don't think that's me. That's not me. That's not who I am. But that's not who you are. You know, we feel this imposter syndrome for this new higher vibrational reality. But what if in actual fact, we're actually in an imposter syndrome here? What we're embodying a fake, fear-based, negative, low vibrational reality. That's not actually who we are. Who we really are is this new reality. But because of our upbringing, because of our inherited beliefs, we believe this is who we are, this old version. But no, it's not. Who we really are, we're divine souls living a human experience. And we've come here generation after generation to learn the ways, but learn how to unlearn the ways as well. And that's what this mass ascension on this planet at the moment is doing, is waking us up to the truth within us. So this new version is you. The old version isn't you. The reason you have anxiety and depression and fear-based thoughts is because you're living out of alignment with your soul. When your life seems shitty and negative and fear-based, it's because you're not living the reality you should be living. So this new version is who you are. And you have to release that old version to embody this. So visualize it, daydream, even if it's a fantasy for a minute. Just fantasize about who you would like to be, and then create that with your imagination. And that's the beauty of manifestation. Like, we can really create stuff unconsciously as well by just desiring it, just by picturing it a little bit, fantasizing a little bit about it. And then all of a sudden this comes into your reality and you're like, whoa, I was kind of daydreaming about that on a fun level. I wasn't thinking I was manifesting this, but because of that visualization and the imagination, the daydreaming, it actually brings that stuff into you, and it'll blow your mind because you're like, oh, how the fuck did that happen? But it really does. It brings it in. Visualization is so beautiful to create a new reality for yourself. It really is. But there is other ways of breaking your habits as well. Creating new habits for yourself, embodying new ways of living, and, you know, just envision this new reality for yourself. But yeah, meditation, hypnosis, all this kind of stuff is really, really good to reprogram your mind. But just believing in yourself, believing that you don't have to be this person anymore, believing that you are not the past, and believing that you have the power within you to create any kind of reality you want just by reprogramming your mind and unlearning all that stuff that came before you. We are living a different world now. We're embodying, we're attracting in 5D consciousness, or embodying 5D consciousness, and we're attracting in this new higher vibrational world, this new higher vibrational energy, and we're here to help others change their system, their belief systems as well. So it starts with you. It starts with you putting that effort in, that investment in yourself to understand your unconscious mind and to understand what beliefs are holding you back, what part of your mind is still holding you back, and retrain that, unlearn that belief, and then retrain it with a new belief, retrain it with a new habit, retrain it with this higher vibrational energy. Because as I said, this new version, this new reality is the real you, and this old reality is not. This is stuff that we had learned for generations so that we can unlearn it now to create magic in our lives and create magic for this world. So affirmations, meditations, visualizations, just embodying a new reality, creating those. And, you know, anytime you think a negative thought, change it with 3 positive ones. And do this for 30 days. And after 30 days, it just becomes easy. Your negative thoughts won't be there anymore. And, like, you know, we all have negative thoughts, but they don't consume you. I don't have that anxiety that I used to. I don't have that depression I used to. I don't need medication anymore because of meditation. Meditation is medication. It really is. And it's free, and it doesn't have side effects. But make sure and keep your energy clean and cleansed while you're doing it as well, you know, because we need to protect our aura as well. But ask your spirit guides for guidance as well if you're ever stuck, because we're never alone on this journey either. But understand that you have the power within you to change your reality today. And it is hard. It is hard to retrain your thoughts, because, as I said, I went from pessimism to optimism, but it took everyday consistent work. But it was worth it, and it is worth it, because I do not want to live in that miserable life anymore. I don't want to live in that negative existence anymore. So putting that effort into yourself every day, training yourself every day to embody a new reality and to create a new world for yourself is the best thing you will ever choose to do. Because you, like, living in this new world that's free from substances, or free from addictions, or free from codependent behaviors, free from anxiety, free from pain. And that's what it is. It's free from pain. That dullness, that hardship, that struggle. By, like, you know, by reprogramming your belief system, you can embody something way more beautiful and way more magical, way more colourful than what you had ever experienced before. Like, don't you want that? Don't you want to go from this grey, this black and white, this dull, this dark cloud that you're surrounded in, to seeing sunshine all the time? You know, even when it's raining, you feel that sunshine, because you're feeling it from within. It's exuding from within you. It's spreading out to the world from inside your heart. Because you've changed your mind, you've changed your belief system, and you're in this positive new reality. So I promise you, it will be so worth it. Like, to live a life full of rainbows instead of darkness is so much more beautiful, just when you change those little things in your mind that are no longer serving you. So release those self-limiting beliefs, release those fears, release that lack mentality, release that victim mentality, release that ancestral trauma, release your childhood trauma, release all of that pain by finding ways to reprogram your mind. And start with that sleep meditation, because it is hard to do that training to embody this new version, but start easy. Find a reprogramming meditation, press play and go to sleep. After a few weeks of listening to these meditations, you will have the strength to start actively, consciously healing your thoughts, consciously changing your habits, consciously facing your demons, and consciously healing that trauma. So start today. Start by investing in yourself today, and even come on this journey with me, and I could help you with these self-limiting beliefs. I can help you on your journey. So please, if this resonates, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help on your journey, book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.